we are again, my friend. But not for too much longer. I think our work is nearly done. And the journey back to the foot of the cross has been hard and painful. No matter how long it's been since then, or even though I know what happened. The emotions I felt watching Jesus die on the cross, well, they're still very raw.
Well, I'm ready to get down to work. Where shall we begin?
I know exactly where we should begin. Jesus died on the Friday, so we couldn't do anything on the Saturday because it was the Sabbath, the day of rest. It was early on the first day of the week, while still dark, when Mary Magdalene went to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the entrance.
Peter! Peter! John! Anyone! The Lord! It's gone! Moved!
Calm down, Mary. What are you saying?
The tomb! The stone! It's been moved!
What?
The stone has been moved! The tomb is open! Jesus is gone!
Peter and I started for the tomb. We were running, but I outran Peter and reached the tomb first. I bent over and looked in at the strips of linen lying there, but I didn't go in. Then Simon Peter came along behind me and headed straight in. Finally, I got the courage to join him inside. And when I saw the empty tomb and the cloth, well, I just knew. Impossible as it was, I knew without a shadow of a doubt Jesus was alive. Of course, at the time we never connected it with the scriptures, how they foretold that Jesus would come back to life. For a long time we simply stood there. At last we decided to go back to join the others. Mary didn't come with us, but stayed at the tomb crying. Had we stayed, we might have seen.
Woman, why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for?
They have taken my Lord away, and I don't know where they have put him. Oh, do you know what happened here? Sir, if you've carried him away, tell me where you have put him, and I will get him.
Mary?
Teacher? Teacher?
Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father. Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God.
Go. Yes, yes. I have seen the Lord. I have seen the Lord. I have seen the Lord.
This is just so hard to believe. I know you wouldn't lie, but could it really be possible that Jesus was alive? What were you thinking? What did you do?
I hate to admit it, but we were afraid. It's the truth, we were terrified. All we could do was run and hide behind locked doors. We dreaded the authorities. We thought that we would be next. We weren't thinking very clearly. That evening, we were all together when Jesus came and stood among us. He was there, not as a ghost, don't misunderstand me. He was flesh and blood. He showed us his hands and his side where the nails and spears had been. At that moment, things completely changed. We were overjoyed.
So there could be no doubting that Jesus was alive.
Well, there was one of us, Thomas. He wasn't there with us that night. So when we told him what we'd seen, he didn't believe us. He said that he wanted to see the scars for himself. A week later, we were in the house again, and Thomas was with us this time. And though the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood amongst us.
Peace be with you.
It is the Lord.
Jesus is here.
The Lord.
How is this possible?
Thomas, put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe.
My Lord and my God.
Thomas knew, and we all finally knew, that Jesus was more than the rabbi that we had thought he was. nobody could defeat death. No one, that is, except God himself, the one who created all things and was life itself. Thomas had put into words what we all believed and still do. It was God who was standing there with us, alive and well.
But this wasn't the last time you saw Jesus, though, was it?
No, he appeared to us again at the Sea of Galilee. We decided to go fishing, get back to something we were more comfortable with, something we actually understood. Early in the morning, Jesus stood on the shore, but we didn't realise that it was Jesus.
Friends, haven't you any fish?
No fish here.
Throw your net on the right side of the boat and you will find some.
When we did, we were unable to haul the net in because of the large number of fish. Then I said to Peter, "It is the Lord." As soon as Simon Peter heard this, he wrapped his outer garment round him and jumped into the water. We followed in the boat, towing the net full of fish. When we landed, we saw a fire of burning coals there with fish on it and some bread. Imagine that! The Lord of all things making us breakfast.
And how did Peter react when he saw Jesus? What did Jesus do when he saw Peter?
What, you mean after Peter denied ever knowing him? Surely you can guess. I mean, Jesus knew what he did, and he knew what he was, but he still loved him. In fact, that day by the sea, Jesus gave Peter a new role. He told Peter that he would be a shepherd for his people and the rock on which he would build his church.
Is this everything? Is this the whole story?
Jesus did many other things while he was among us, but if we wrote all of those things down, well, there wouldn't be enough room in the world for the books that would be written. But that's not for this book. I feel like I've done what the Lord's called me to do. So thank you for your help.